Hey friends, welcome back to Sherry's Simple Living. Today we're making a really yummy treat that's high in protein and fiber and super healthy. So if you want to try it, continue to watch. I liked these. These were really good, actually almost dangerously good. We are making protein energy balls. I'm just using a scoop. I'm not rolling them into balls, but I'm doing a peanut butter dark cocoa and a oatmeal raisin. I'm showing you this Cook's vanilla. It's a vanilla powder. The recipe calls for vanilla extract, but I am allergic to alcohol, so I can only use vanilla extract, and I make my own with vodka. I can only use it if it's cooked and we're cooking the alcohol off. I made the mistake of using it in my yogurt one day, in Greek yogurt, and ended up in the ER with my throat closing. So I found this vanilla powder, which it is pretty vanilla-y, but I would say not as strong as the liquid. We're starting off with the peanut butter dark chocolate chip. I'm using 60% cacao dark chocolate chips. We're starting with a half a cup of peanut butter and a third of a cup of honey. I've got some local raw wildflower honey, which is just beautiful, delicious honey. So we're going to mix those two together first. Next, we're going to add in the vanilla powder or vanilla extract, and then 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed. If you don't want to use this, you don't have to, but it adds some protein and fiber to the little cookies. They're called energy balls, but I call them like a cookie. They're kind of like the no-bake cookies, but a healthy version. Next, we're going to add some protein powder. I'm using this grass-fed whey protein, and it is vanilla flavor. You can add whatever flavor you want or unflavored, and we're using a quarter of a cup. And then 1 cup of oats and a pinch of salt. I forgot to add, I'm using old-fashioned rolled oats. Once you get it all stirred together, then you can add the chocolate chips. And I only added a quarter of a cup because I want to keep the calories low. As it is right now, these are about 100 calories each. So you only want to eat 1 or 2. They are only a snack, but they taste super delicious. Once you refrigerate them, they're chewy, it's hard to explain, like almost like a chewy protein oatmeal bar or something. And maybe you could press these into bars, but then they would be much more calories. Okay, after we get it all stirred up, add the quarter cup of chocolate chips. Then we will stir, just fold them in. Don't stir too much. They are kind of thick and hard to stir. Then you just take your scoop and scoop them onto a tray. I put them on parchment paper, and then we want to refrigerate for 30 minutes, but I'm going to make the other batch first so they all fit on this one tray. I think my scoop is like a 1/2 inch scoop. I'm not sure, but it's a small one. This batch made 15. Okay, now we're doing the exact same ingredients for the oatmeal raisin, only I'm using smooth peanut butter. For the chocolate chip ones, I use chunky, so it would have like chunks of peanuts. This one I'm using smooth peanut butter, and then we're adding a teaspoon of cinnamon, and instead of the chocolate chips, a 1/4 cup of raisins. That's the only difference. And this one made, I think, about 16. I don't know why, but it was a little more volume. But around 15 or 16 is what you will get if you have a small scoop. Friends, as you can see, it's really thick and almost hard to stir. Friends, there's so many variations that you can make with these, so many different flavors. There's a few that I want to make that call for almond butter, and you can also use sun butter, the sunflower seeds. But I don't have any almond butter right at the moment, and I'm not grocery shopping for a week. I'm trying to really budget our groceries because they are so expensive. We all know that. Anyways, pop them in the fridge for 30 minutes. Then take them out and try them. They are so chewy and delicious. You guys will love this treat and be able to stay in a calorie deficit or on track. Thanks for watching, friends. I appreciate you all so much.